Abu-Jamal, brick by brick, wall by wall, we're gonna free Mumia Abu-Jamal.
Even though there were 1,000 protesters outside, Mumia Abu-Jamal still did not get his day in court. A full report right now on BET Tonight. Good evening and welcome to BET Tonight. I'm your guest host, Steve Berlack. Mumia's day in court lasted a brief 30 minutes while he remained behind bars in a Pennsylvania prison. We'll hear the details of this much anticipated court hearing in just a few moments. But first, here's Barbara Gauthier with a look at what's making news this evening. I understand that in court today, Mumia's case was still put on hold. They did not uphold an appeal to continue the case. So you heard from Daniel Faulkner, who the police officer that was slain. His brother said, look, it's been 20 years. How long is this going to take before we see justice? What's your reaction to that?
You know, I think they really ought to be ashamed of themselves, you know, because anytime a confessed murderer comes forth and states that he killed, and be very detailed and thorough about the murder of his brother, you know, and he's saying that he's waiting for justice, that's exactly what we're waiting for. I want to remind you that wouldn't nobody even know the name of Daniel Faulkner if it wasn't for the MOVE organization, for people around the world who demand justice for Mumia, and in doing that, they demand justice for Daniel Faulkner, that his killer be brought forth.
Let me bring Paul in this. Paul, I understand that Daniel's widow was there.
Yes, she was today.
What was that like? I can only imagine what that's like for her. No matter who was guilty or innocent, her husband was slain, and yet she's seeing protests outside the court concerning her husband. What was this like for her?
Well, Mrs. Faulkner from the very beginning has always stated that she, amongst all the people in the world today, who want to know who murdered her husband, and she's gone to court with an open mind from the very beginning. She sat through the initial trial. She sat through every PCRA hearing, every appeal that Jamal has had to date. And today was a different situation in that I think today the reason for this hearing is so absurd and outlandish that really it bothered her that we had to be back in a courtroom again, stalling for time, wasting time, and not moving forward with the case that's taken 20 years to prosecute.
Well, let me throw that to you, Pam, but from this other perspective, it's been 20 years. They're sitting here and they're saying, okay, look, person after person is coming out, and now this gentleman is coming forward and saying, Arnold Beverly, I understand is his name, is saying that he was hired by the mob to kill this police officer. Why is he coming out now to say that he was the one that actually shot the police officer?
Same reason why you had Veronica Jones step forth, you know, who pointed out that she was intimidated, you know, by the police,
right.
And she lied in 1982, and it's very clear that it was a lie because in 1981, police came to her house in Jersey and took a report from her stating very clearly that she heard the shots, turned the corner, looked for two men running.
Hold on, let's let him answer that. Paul, very quickly, we're about to go to break, but can you give me a sense from your perspective, why has this case garnered so much attention?
It's very simple, because there's been an orchestrated international campaign to misinform people around the world about this case, orchestrated by Miss Africa's organization and a lot of other organizations. And
Pam, let him finish.
I'll give you an example. Amnesty International did a report on this case that they allegedly spent 2 years investigating and researching. They repeatedly refer to meetings with Jamal's attorneys and quote them repeatedly throughout the report, yet not one phone call was made to the district attorney's office to find out their side of the story. Not one call was made to our organization. Not one call was made to the Philadelphia Police Department. No information was gathered from them at all. And that's the kind of information that these people who support Jamal read.
Paul, hold that thought. We can come right back. Hold on. We'll come right back to that. I have to take a break. We're going to take a short break right now, but we want to remind you to log on to BT.com to get more details on the case of Mumia Abu-Jamal and all the news of the day. We'll be back right after this.
That innocent person.
There's never been an innocent person executed where it's been proven that they were innocent, so I don't know where you're getting that information.
the Herrera case, and he cited it. They said that they had the right to kill
Paul, I might have to, one second, Paul, I might have to disagree with you on that a little bit. That's clearly there have been people who have been found innocent after their execution. But But let me go to you, Pam. I want to hear this from you directly because I'm sure that people are wondering what's behind your argument. Why are you so convinced that Mumia is innocent? What is it about this case that convinces you beyond a shadow of a doubt that this man is innocent?
You know, number one, you know, Mumia Abu-Jamal is a freedom fighter. You know, he speaks out for the rights of innocent of people. You know, Mumia had a 38 that night, you know, which he was carrying because he was a cab driver.
Right.
Faulkner was killed with a 44. Also, the lies and the intimidation have gone through this trial from the very beginning.
Paul, Pam, I'm going to have to stop this right here. It seems like our conversation is right where Mr. Mumia Abu-Jamal's case is. It's caught up. We certainly can't figure out what happened tonight. We have to end this segment here. I want to thank both of you for coming, expressing your views. I wish both of you the best of luck, that justice is served in the end. That's the only thing I would imagine that's
Can I put out our website as well?
Please do, very quickly.
www.mumia.org.
Okay, thank you very much.
All the facts.
Thank you very much for both of you for coming. Al Sharpton is a free man tonight. What does the end of his protest mean? We're going to talk about that. BET Tonight returns.
If they thought it made me have a second thought about civil disobedience, they don't understand that this is bigger than 90 days.